y Sanjiva la madre mi alma y de mi corazón.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Friday morning meditation. We'll suspend our mind just a little bit and free awareness to become aware of its own self. Then once we establish ourselves in the awareness state, we can open it up. And let it extend throughout our bodies in a pervasive manner. All the way down into the earth and up through the heart, the palate of the mouth, into the sky above. Into our fingertips. All this can be done without effort. In this tradition, we integrate everything into this awareness. Sounds, thoughts, everything is food for the fire of awareness. The intensity of awareness. And having established ourselves within the body, embodying this field, we extend to the immediacy of our situation. The awareness field goes beyond the body. We'll do that right now. We'll extend to each other. as we learn the art of extension, as we extend the field, we can feel the energy come back. Huh? What is given is received. Then we'll extend to the generational field, the ancestors, the mothers and the fathers of the mothers and the fathers. We'll extend. The light meets the light. Then we'll extend to all the great yogis and gurus and great teachers we've met. Those people who embody awareness so completely that the invisible becomes visible, felt, sensed, resonance. I'll extend to Lama Tarchin, who died recently. When we're in awareness, we can easily go beyond the veil of death. And mind alone, it's an abyss. Then we can extend to the different traditions we participate in. They mix in our bodies, become universal people. That way we can belong to everything and anything. With each extension, the field intensifies, expands, becomes more palpable, feelable, knowable. With each extension, we become more skillful. First we hold the feel, and then we feel ourselves entering into it, above us, below us, around us. And then we become it. We become the field, the space and the energy. We'll make one more extension to that dimension of awareness, which is so mysterious, not easily understood. Archetypical, the archetypes, the deities and devas and dakinis, these primordial energies that manifest everything and anything. We extend to them, and we are them. If you like, you can have been practicing following Dozh Longchenpa's recommendation and many yogis to allow your mouth to be open and discover the breathless breath. It's like exhaling but not exhaling. It's like inhaling but not inhaling. It's like being in this pause, this space, And you can release the breath very slowly. You can also inhale very slowly. And it comes from within, happens totally naturally. Awareness as a meditation. There's so many forms of meditation, huh? Sort of like food. All depends on your taste. In the meditation we practice here, we wish to become aware of this innermost awareness. If you and I are in mind alone, we can be locked within this mind and within the duality of the mind. And the objects of the mind and the closedness of the mind. And the lacks within the mind. If we can know the difference between our mind and our awareness, between a thought and awareness, between a sensation and awareness, between an affect and awareness, between memory and awareness. If we know that difference, we can easily hold awareness and after learning to hold awareness, we can enter awareness. We'll experience it not only within us, but around us, in front of us, and behind us, above us, below us. So we enter awareness. We're in the field. We're in the spacious energy, chi, shakti. And then we become awareness. We become this field of spaciousness and energy and self-illumination, knowingness, direct knowingness. As you and I practice meditation, becoming aware of awareness, it's to gain that skill, holding, entering, becoming. And then we can begin to live within this field of awareness, experiencing whatever happens, and everything can happen. We begin to experience everything through this field of space and light and energy. And we can begin to experience non-duality within duality. And within duality, we can experience non-duality just as we are. No special course. As the Dakini said to Dorje Lingpa, you and I are indivisible. There is a you and there is an I, and yet there's this indivisibleness, this oneness, this field of oneness that can liberate everything and anything. This luminous awareness, that is our own awareness, that's manifesting in us, as us, and everything around us, encompasses both non-duality and duality, both the indivisibility and the singularity, both oneness and difference. Just as the sunlight is the nature of the sun, so all experience is the very nature of this luminous awareness. All experience, love, hate, pleasure, pain, hope, hopelessness, bliss, agony, kindness, cruelty, everything, anything is the manifestation of this self-luminous spaciousness. This awareness, this field, is both the support and the location of whatever arises. Everything and anything arises from this self-luminous spaciousness of this awareness field. All thoughts, all feelings, all sensations, all fantasies, and all memories. All circumstances. This field is within us and beyond us. To be in the field, to be the field, is to activate the capacity to dissolve and metabolize the arising of the experiences of the field of awareness. The field, the power of the field, dissolves experience. It's rather paradoxical, isn't it? It both manifests everything and dissolves everything. It manifests, dissolves. To experience the source of awareness gives us the power to dissolve experience, to metabolize everything and anything. As Dr. Yen Jin would say, nothing is intolerable. The field both manifests and dissolves. If you touch the source, you're not simply the result. If you can touch the source, be the source, that which is arising can be dissolved. To remain within the awareness state, this state of energy, chi, shakti, pulsation, sublime vibration, intensity, light, openness, is to liberate yourself, to liberate affective states of mind. The field permeates everything, suffuses everything, thins the thought forms. Space thins the affective configurations, thins the memories, spacious filled thoughts, spacious filled affects, opening them, unpacking them, releasing them. Space-filled preoccupations, opening them, unpacking them, releasing them. Locked in mind, dominated, slave, leashed, chained, contained. Space opens them, unlocks them, dissolves them. The density of the mind is suffused with energy, suffused with the light of awareness, suffused with the emptiness, the openness of awareness. Thought-free awareness, thought-free mind. The field itself, the field of awareness itself, becomes the organizer of our experience, of our view. Whatever we experience through the nature of this awareness. The medium, the sea of experience becomes the field of energy and light, this space, this openness, this unboundness. The system becomes an open system, not so contained, not so idiosyncratic, not so bound in history, locked in mind, locked in ideation, locked in affective storms. As you and I hold awareness, then we enter awareness and become awareness. We can think within awareness. So awareness illuminates our thoughts. We can feel within awareness. So it illuminates the affective states. We make contact with the world, with otherness, through this awareness, through this knowingness direct. Awareness allows you and I to experience the world, not simply from outside looking in like a voyeur, but inside to inside, directly, unmediated by teeny mind. As the Zen master who wrote the great book Zen Mind Beginner's Mind says, in the very beginning of the book, Zen is intimacy, direct knowingness, gnosis, direct experience, unmediated by mind alone, thought alone. the meditation of awareness opens for everyone, just as we are, gnosis, direct perception, direct experience. Inside to inside. By becoming this innermost awareness, which is not magical but cumulative, it arrives the old-fashioned way by practice. Then timeless awareness begins to manifest. Timeless awareness begins to manifest within us as us. Even now, right now. The paradox is that awareness is this vast spaciousness of the matrix of nowness, to use Longchenpa's phrase, the vast matrix of nowness. Or as Dujun Rinpoche would so often say, the Buddha is nowness. Nowness is the Buddha. Beyond our mind, beyond our words, and beyond our letters, is the self-luminous spaciousness of this awareness field. The self-luminous spaciousness of awareness is, again to use Longchenpa, the self-sprung matrix of nowness. Nowness. We always actually, in awareness, we live in nowness as nowness. The paradox is by living within the field of awareness, which is nowness, the experience of timeless awareness arises within the nowness of the moment. It's a little bit strange. Timeless awareness as nowness in nowness. From this place of timeless awareness, the great expanse, the power, the Shakti, the power, the gong of extending into the present, into the past, and into the future becomes ours. This capacity to extend the light of awareness, the energy of awareness, the purity of awareness. As Yongtang Rinpoche said so recently, this is the great compassion, the absolute compassion, this capacity to extend awareness into the cosmos, into people, animals, cities, extending into the present, extending into the past, and extending into the future. This gives more space, more light. Little used power. Little used. We'd rather beg for help. Can you spare me a dime? Maybe a nickel. How about a buck? So amazing that our own subjectivity, the wholeness of you and the wholeness of me, is this spaciousness, this self-illumining spaciousness. Personal awareness is primordial awareness, located in time and space, in mind and body, as you. To access this dimension of our own being is the true empowerment. The true empowerment, ultimately the only empowerment, is to access this dimension of our own being. The true self-empowerment, beyond all rituals, beyond all religions, and beyond all traditions. As Bodhidharma said, there's a transmission beyond words and letters. Doesn't belong to any tradition. It's the very nature of human awareness itself. And that is the Buddha. With that, we'll meditate in this cumulative, step-by-step process of becoming aware of awareness. The more you and I think it's a magical event, the more we'll be waiting for a Godot. It is so cumulative, step by step, day by day. Very simple. following Longchenpa's instructions or advice, allow yourself to open your mouth like ah, or as Swami Muktananda would say, approach meditation with your mouth open. It's like being in a pause. It's like the mantra ah. It's like awesome. The winds dissolve, to use that language. So you will go into a thought-free state. Thought-free. More space. And then the breathless breath then arises, meaning that respiration, that pulsation, the spanda, self-arising awareness begins to arise in your body. As that arises, that is this place of the sankalpa, the creative will that's not mental wishing. As that energy arises, or that presence arises, that vibration arises, that fire arises, it can dissolve, metabolize, and cut through what has to go. It's like taking the leash off the dog. Releasing. Releasing. Let's extend to each other as the self-arising of the energy, the field arises. We'll extend. We open it. We'll extend into the present. We'll extend into the past. And we extend into the future from the place of timeless awareness. Can extend the bliss of awareness into the present, into the past, and into the future. As the Tantras say, bliss overcomes suffering. We can extend more space into the present, more spaciousness into the past, and more spaciousness into the future. If you and I are located in mind alone, you can extend thoughts. You can extend your affects. But that's it. If you have access to Namanikaya, which is here and now, the nowness, you can extend the space and the light into the flesh. If you have the gift of Sambhogakaya, Dakini realm, archetypical realm, you can extend that into the world. If you have access to Dharmakaya, pure potentiality, you can extend that. That's what the great masters do. They extend the opening of the Dharmakaya. Of course, this is not for everyone. You have to really like it. You have to love it. It's like food. There's all kind of food. All depends on what you like. Meatballs. Pasta. If you love it, That is the true desire, if you love it. Most of us rather beg for help, or we pay other people to beg for us. And so you and I have been cultivating this for quite some time. And we're holding the field. We're in the field. and we experience ourselves as the field, then the power of invocation becomes activated. And with that, we'll invoke the Dakinis, the Divine Mother, and we invoke her for ourselves and those we know and love. Maybe having difficulties. The field has the power of metabolization, dissolving. The field has the power of cutting through. And the field is the power of invocation, bringing forth the deeper qualities of primordial awareness. For ourselves and others. So we end our meditation today with the Citra mantra, Omahung Bodhicitta Masuka Yana Tatua. Omahung Bodhicitta Masuka Yana Tatua. Om opens up the field as Nirmanakaya, us, here and now, flesh, rooms, trees, the light, the energy. Ah opens up the field in its archetypical qualities, deities, dakinis, gods, goddesses, vortexes, shaktis, powers. Hung opens up the field as pure potentiality, pure potentiality, pure openness, pure creativity. Omahung Bodhicitta, the great compassion, unbound generosity of the field. It's not empathy, internalizing pain. Omahung Bodhicitta Masuka, the great, great bliss, unbound bliss. Jnana, direct perception, knowingness. Datua in every situation. Every situation. Omahung bodhicitta masuka yana datua. It's also considered the mantra of death, that it allows us to enter the deathless state, state of timeless awareness, ongoing continuity of beingness, of awareness. Omahung bodhicitta masuka yana datu. You can say it to yourself if you'd like. Of course, you and I can hear thousands of little talks, little like TV, but there's not cumulative practice. It's pissing in the wind. If you'd like to stay and meditate, you're welcome to 9 o'clock. We have some refreshments upstairs. And we can put that chant back on, okay? Huh? I think it's number 1, yeah.